In the war against reality, dreams are our greatest weapons. 1. Who said I'm gonna be late? Great! I'm gonna be late! Damn alarm! Ashan was raving in his head. Ashan Magnan had just turned 14 last October. That's when his aunt gifted him a new phone. Unfortunately, he kept forgetting to charge it, which is what led to this. It turned off. No alarm, it's already 7 a.m. Now he was late for the school bus. There was no way he can make it to school on time. The public buses usually won't take any of the kids wearing school uniform. Stingy bastards, Ashan always vented in his head seeing them. His mother had left some breakfast for him with a note. I left some baked beans in the bowl and cookies in the fridge. Heat the beans first, and don't forget to comb your hair. Seriously, Mum, I don't have time, Ashan complained to the piece of paper with the neat scribbles and somehow perfectly flat edges. Gulping down the half-cold beans, he quickly slapped some gel into his hair, combing with his fingers in a rush. Rinsing his hands, he grabbed a few cookies as he stepped out the door. Locking the door, he saw the time on his watch and sighed to himself, might as well try my luck with the public bus. I am so gonna die. His curly black hair was still wet from the gel, glistening under the light of the bulb that bathed the front porch in pale yellow light. His darker skin contrasted against the white of his shirt. It was only a shade or two darker than the khaki shorts he wore. Suddenly the boy looked down at his wrists. There a few black dots. They kind of looked like beauty marks. Formed a vague shape that would be recognized by any amateur astronomer or those astrology nutjobs as almost perfectly matching the constellation Scorpio. A complicated look flashed through his eyes. Shrewd, conflicted, annoyed, happy, timid. It only lasted for a moment, and then his hands dropped to his sides as he turned around heading for the bus stop, black backpack bouncing on his back. The cookies quickly disappeared into the dark pit of his stomach. You could hear waves crashing against concrete pillars as the coast was so near. Just a few tens of meters behind the line of houses, in fact. The young Ashan walked on the almost deserted road. It had only just passed 7 a.m., so very few people could be seen outside. The few who passed by were either rushing off to work, a few school kids, or just public workers cleaning the road. The sun had just barely made its way over the horizon, seeming to have woken up in a daze, possibly hungover. The clouds were rushing about, bunching up, breaking apart, and playing hide-and-seek with each other through the blue sky. A few dark stormheads lazily drudged about, here and there in the distance. The bus stop was actually just another section of the road. Nothing special to demark it, save for the large block capital letters painted directly onto the road itself. The matte white paint originally had a sharp, glaring contrast with the pitch-black tarmac, but, as things usually go in this country, no one bothered to maintain it. So the paint itself was badly chipped, layers of dirt and grit further distorted the writing. Dry leaves were all over the dusty tarmac. The scene was somewhat dishevelled, yet it held a beauty of its own. Man and nature sharing the same space, both pushing and pulling for dominance.